Hi, grandchildren. It's time for another book, and I have the book I'd Be Your Hero. A royal tale of godly character. If you were a queen, I'd be your hero, said the little boy to his mother. We would live in a gigantic castle made of heavy stone with high towers and secret lookouts and a deep moat filled with snapping alligators, hissing snakes, and stinging eels, said the little boy. I would stand guard in the tallest tower to keep watch over our kingdom and make our castle secure. Yes, said his mother, and if you heard a strange noise while keeping watch, you would stand very still and call out, "Halt! Who goes there?" because you are very brave. Do not be terrified, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go, said Joshua 1:9 in the Bible. Each day I would shout, "On guard," as Father and I fenced with our shining swords, said the little boy. And then I would take out my royal bow and arrows to practice archery. You would hold your bow very steady and take careful aim, said his mother. And if your arrows missed the mark, you would keep trying because you are brave. And the Bible said, "Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus," as Hebrews 12:1 and 2. We would have a royal jousting tournament, said the boy. I would ride my faithful steed and hold my lance steady and strong as I rode. Yes, said his mother, and you would ride swiftly and skillfully, doing your very best because you are very talented. In the Bible it says, I have filled him with the Spirit of God, with skill, ability, and knowledge. After the tournament, the crowd would stand and cheer. They would yell, "Bravo, bravo," and throw flowers into the middle of the arena, said his mother. Then you would congratulate the other jousters on a job well done because you are very humble. Father and I would take great journeys together, running through the thick forest and charging over high mountains and leaping across the rocky streams, said the boy. And on the journeys, Father would ask you which way you thought was best, said his mother, because you know how to make good choices. It says in the Bible, "Blessed is the man who finds wisdom," in Proverbs 3:13. We would find fantastic treasures as we explored, gigantic furry spiders and long slippery worms, overgrown snails with soft smooth shells, and buzzing beetles with brightly colored wings, says the boy. Then, said his mother, you would tell me about each of the treasures you found because you know about all kinds of interesting things. It says in the Bible, wise men store up knowledge in Proverbs 10:14. When we traveled through our kingdom, I would ride a tall white horse and carry a huge golden shield as I galloped ahead of your magnificent carriage, said the boy. And as we rode, all the people would cheer and smile and wave, said his mother. And you would smile and wave back because you are very friendly. It says in the Bible, a cheerful look brings a joy to the heart in Proverbs 15:30. We would see our friends in the marketplace, said the boy, and visit the cobbler and the blacksmith and all the merchants. And if one of these merchants dropped a gold coin, said his mother, you would rush to pick it up and return it because you do right things. And it says in the Bible, therefore we have opportunity to let us do good to all people in Colossians 6:10. On the way home, we would stop at the store to see Father and all the fishermen loading the boats headed for sea, said the boy. Father would call out to you to join the royal fishing expedition, and you would help carry the long poles and drag the heavy nets and haul the smelly buckets of bait on board because you are very strong. And it says in the Bible, the Lord is my strength and my song in Exodus 15:2. We would bring all of the fish that I caught back to the castle to be food for a great celebration, said the boy. I would invite everyone in our kingdom to join us. And when our guests arrived, you would welcome them into the castle, said his mother, and share with them your games of chess and your set of wooden knights and horses because you are very generous. It says in the Bible to be generous and willing to share in 1 Timothy 6:18. When the feast was about to begin, all of our guests would gather in all the great banquet hall and sit at the long wooden tables filled with food, said the boy. And before we ate, said his mother, Father would ask all of his guests to bow their heads. Then he would ask you to pray, giving thanks to the Lord for all of our blessings, because you love to talk to God. And it says in the Bible, pray continuously, giving thanks in all circumstances, in 1 Thessalonians 5:17 and 18. At night, we would read together by the fire in our castle's great hall, said the boy. I would read stories of brave knights going to our mighty adventures, said his mother, stories of heroes just like you, and you would listen carefully as I read because you are a good listener. It says in the Bible, let the wise listen and add to their learnings in Proverbs 1:5. And after the story was over and I was sleepy, we would climb the grand staircase together to my room, said the boy. Then we would say our prayers together, said his mother. In my prayers, I would thank God for giving you to your father and me because you are so very special. It says in the Bible, every good and perfect gift is from above. James 1:17. Yes. If you were a queen, I'd be your hero, the little boy said. But even if I were never a queen, says his mother, and even if we never live in a gigantic castle, and even if you never ride in a magnificent carriage or attend a lavish feast, you will still be my hero forever and ever because I love you so very much. It says in the Bible, as I have loved you so you must love one another. John 13:34.